Alright. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a lovely Monday night of another episode of Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi livestream. It's time to play the next character, Takenaka Hanbei. I actually planned to stream this yesterday, but I just kind of get tired and I was finishing up the script for Sengoku Basara to Heroes. So here we are on Monday, and I'm not sure when I'm going to stream next. Maybe Friday, because I'm going out of town tomorrow for 3 days, I think, until if not until Thursday, until Friday, and I gotta grind Morochika and Motonari first before I do the Morochika and Motonari live streams. And also, hello Letter Rom, yeah, let's go indeed. So, Hanbei is one of my favorites. I really like him since Basara 2, and his gimmick in this game is basically all of his movesets have, or basically he has two different movesets. One is for the sword and one is for the whip. I will show you a little later when we eventually break down his character. But yeah, without further ado, I don't want to stay too long here. Let's get started. Oh, we're starting off with a bang.
Bring it down, challenger!
So yeah, we have two Kaga province, and hello Tantio. We have two Kaga province here. The girls team or Keiji. Let's pick Keiji. I like Keiji stage. Of course, our default partner is Hideyoshi. So I use his third weapon as my ultimate weapons. Sorry if I sound a little bit tired, because I actually fell asleep on the train on my way to home, and I still feel a little bit sleepy, so my apologies there. And he has one joke weapon. It's a train. It's the bullet train, Shinkansen. So we're gonna go with the default weapon first. Same goes with Hideyoshi. And we played these characters last time, right? In our last stream with Hideyoshi, we played both Hideyoshi and Hanbei, so I'm not gonna explain a little bit too much with the weapon choices here. Now, costume choices. We have 3 costumes for Hanbei. This is... Hey, and also hello Koi Collection, you're just in time. You might want to stay for the moveset breakdown of Takenaka Hanbei here. So yeah, both Hideyoshi and Hanbei, yeah, this is Hideyoshi by the way, he's based off Rao from Fist of North Star. So both Hideyoshi and Hanbei were absent in Sengoku Basara 3, and they made a return in Sengoku Basara 4. So they debuted in Sengoku Basara 2, didn't come back in Basara 3, now they finally come back in Basara 4. So this is Hanbei's original outfit. His second outfit, which you unlock by completing his campaign, and his third outfit, which you buy in the shop. Now, yeah, it's like his this outfit kind of feels like a mix between Japanese and German military military uniform. So we're gonna go with his default outfit first. Hideyoshi, unfortunately, Hanbei does not have a DLC outfit. Yeah, some characters have DLC outfits, mostly the popular ones, and some characters kind of got the shaft, which is unfortunate. Hideyoshi Hideyoshi's second outfit, which is highly inspired by Rao from Fist of the North Star. His third outfit in gold, which looks marvelous, by the way. And his DLC outfit. Now, I mentioned this, right, Koei Collection, that Sengoku Basara have collaboration with other Capcom games. Now, it's not just with other Capcom games that they have a collaboration with. This outfit is Hiroshi Tanahashi's outfit from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yes, Capcom for Sengoku Basara, for Sumeragi, and Sanada Yukimura, then they have collaboration with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So you have 4 characters in this game who have a New Japan Pro Wrestling outfit. So you got Hideyoshi as Hiroshi Tanahashi, Azai Nagamasa as Kota Ibushi, who else? Sanada Yukimura as Kazuchika Okada, and Shima Sakon as Shinsuke Nakamura. Love the alternate costumes, aren't just color swaps. Well, for the third outfits, it's sometimes color swap or slightly alternate color swaps. But I'm actually covering Basara 2 Heroes. So in Basara 2, at least in this game, other than DLC, every character has at least 3 costumes. One is the alternate costume that you complete by getting the game. That you get by completing the game, and then an alternate color or a slightly alternate version of his default outfit by buying in the shop. It's kind of like if you played Basara 2 Heroes. That's kind of like the deal as well in Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes. Characters can you have 30 characters in the roster for Basara 2 Heroes. Every character has 3 costumes: their default outfit, their alternate outfit, which you get by completing Conquest Mode, and their alternate colors. So that's usually the norm in Sengoku Basara series, other than Basara 1 and Basara 3. Another thing is that this is a thing in Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes. You can actually collect armor pieces. If you watch in my Sengoku Basara 2 retrospective video, you have armor pieces for characters, or garment pieces. So a piece of their clothing or a piece of their armor that you can unlock in Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes that increases their defense. Unfortunately, the armor pieces never made a return after Basara 2 Heroes. Basara 3 and Fuyutage ditched the armor pieces. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. The way I see it, Sengoku Basara, as the series progressed from 2 Heroes to 4 Sumeragi, they mainly focus on the gameplay aspect. They mainly focus on the combat system. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get started. Let's break down Hanbei's character. So he's a whip sword user. Before there was Kai Hime in Samurai Warriors, there was Hanbei in Sengoku Basara. Yeah, let's throw away these goofballs first. I wanna, before we break down his moveset. So, if you're still here, Koei Collection, I want to show you how combat works in Sengoku Basara, at least for this character. So, as I said in Basara 4 Sumeragi others live streams, every character plays differently. They have the same button commands, but they all play differently. When you play Dynasty or Samurai Warriors, every character has a pattern when it comes to attack. So, like normal attack, it's always a string of square normal attacks, or a string of square ends with triangle, a charge attack. So, like for example, square triangle is a pop-up or a launcher. Square square triangle is a stun is a stun. Square 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 triangle is a roundup attack, right? Which Sengoku Basara game do you think is the most well-rounded experience for a newcomer? Like combat, equipment, story, game modes, and etc. I usually recommend 2 things. Keen to see the combat breakdown? Yeah. For starters, if you don't mind playing a Japanese game, like everything is in Japanese, I highly recommend Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes, because that's how I got started with the Sengoku Basara series. And my god, the stream is buffering. That's how I got started into Sengoku Basara. So Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes, I recommend you play that if you want to start. if you have problem understanding what's going on screen and you want to play it in English, play Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes. But I usually recommend more in Basara 2 Heroes than Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes. So I recommend you to play Basara 2 Heroes. Basara 2 Heroes, when it comes to combat, again, it's less complex than Basara 3 and 4. But Basara 2 Heroes can... Basara 2 Heroes provide a lot of experience, like unlockables, gameplay modes. Basara 2 Heroes is the Basara game with the most content. It's the richest Basara game, in my opinion. So if you want to start with Basara 2 Heroes. Again, if you have no problem playing a Japanese game, as in everything in Japanese. Alright, that's cool. Okay, now Hanbei has a gimmick. So this weapon is a whip sword. So he has 2 modes, or he has 2 types of attacks, as a sword and as a whip. Now, every character has a normal attack chain and also 9 different special attacks. So we don't have charge attacks, we have special attacks. So let's go over Hanbei's normal attack first, by pressing square. Yeah, that's his normal attack. Let's do that again. It's an 8 string of normal attacks. So everyone's in Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes have 8 strings of normal attacks, and some characters in the later games have more strings of normal attacks. So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now usually I start with Hideyoshi. No, don't go there. Usually I start with the triangle special first. Oh yeah, and the air attack. Yeah, he has an air combo. 1, 2, 3. Now, sorry. I'm being bothered by peons. Another thing I like about Basara is that everything has personality, even down to the peons. Now, where was I? Okay, normal attacks. Now, I usually go for triangle first when it comes to breakdown, but for Hanbei specifically, I'm going to go with hold square. And also, hello Gaming Montel. So, what it does, like I said, he has 2 different movesets, one as a sword and one as a whip. So if you hold down any attack button, he changed his sword into whip. So I'll give an example for square. If you hold square, you see? It becomes a whip. So just like his normal attack, if you hold square, he will do a chain of whip attacks. So if you hold square 8 times, so I'll give an example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. And same goes with his aerial attack. So his aerial normal is this, but if you hold square, see? It turns into a whip attack. Now, your sword and whip attack can be chained together. Like for example, if I want to do sword, 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 and then whip, 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 I can do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then change to the whip. See that? Or I want to go sword, whip, sword, whip, sword, whip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, that's sword, whip, whip. Let me do it again. 1. It's kind of hard for me to do it. 1. Yeah, basically you can do different combinations with the sword and whip the way you like it for Hanbei. So we started with the first special attack in hold square. Now let's go to the triangle attack. His triangle special. It's a pop-up. Yeah, it's an uppercut. Again, his gimmick is that if you hold the attack button, it becomes a whip attack. So if you just press triangle, it's a short uppercut with the sword. But if you hold the triangle button, see? Considering most characters has cancel animation, you can cancel your normal attack into the triangle like this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, something along those lines. Now his jump triangle is kind of like the ground pound in Dynasty Warriors. X triangle, yeah. See, the jump charge, which, by the way, you can hold the triangle button in the air to perform a different attack. So, jump triangle, and then jump hold triangle. Alright, now that was triangle. Now let's move to the third special attack, front triangle. So this is triangle, but if you press front triangle, it's a stab. It's a forward stab. See that? Now, that's the sword version. Now, if you hold the triangle button, so if you press forward, hold triangle, you'll get the whip attack. Yeah, so the front triangle is a stab, but if you hold the triangle button, you'll drag your enemies to you, like this. Which you can then combo with a normal attack. Or a regular triangle. Alright, so that's clear. Now, to his fourth special attack. And Tantio, thank you so much for the super chat. 10,000 rupiah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Now let's go to his R1. This is probably my favorite attack. So, it's like a multi-slash. See that? Yeah. Here's your donation. Have fun. Thank you so much. Like, you don't need to donate anything, as long as you watch and enjoy. But appreciate it as always. Now, the multi-slash, you can extend it. You can prolong the multi-slash by repeatedly tap the square button. So you got this. Now, the multi-slash can be used to chain up combos with the normal attack. So if I do more normal attacks to the R1, 1, 2, 3, go to the triangle, and then R1. Yeah, something along those lines. Like, basically, you can... Again, since Sengoku Basara was made by the developers of Devil May Cry, they know how to do stylish combos. Like, the combat is all about style, just like in Devil May Cry. Now, as I said, R1 is a multi-slash. If you hold the R1 button, you'll have a multi-whip. So, hold the R1 button. You get that. And again, you can prolong or extend that move by repeatedly tapping the square button. So, hold R1 and square, square, square. See that? So let's do that again. If you just press regular R1 and square, 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 you got the multi-slash. But if you hold R1, you got this, the multi-whip. Whip it good. Okay, let's perform certain combos. So let's say I want to use the normal attacks and then the... so I want to push and then normal attack and then chain it to an R1. So I can do something like this. Let's say I drag an enemy, then go to the normal attack, and then go to the multi-whip. Or the multi-slash. And ends with a triangle. Again, you can perform any combos that you like in this game. Now, the R1. Now let's go to his block specials. There are two block specials, L1 square and L1 triangle. I'm gonna go with L1 triangle first. L1 triangle. Yeah, it's a quick round slash, whether... I'm sorry. See? It's a quick round slash. Either to the left or to the right. Now, again, you can hold L1 triangle. So, L1, if you hold the triangle button... Yeah, it's a big whip. It's like a big whip slash. Okay, let's do some combos here with the normal attack. So, normal attack, multi-slash, and then L1 hold triangle. And then R1, hold R1. Right, so now let's go to his second block special, the L1 square. L1 square. Yeah, there is no variation of this move. This is a grapple move, you can say, because you need to hit an enemy to perform the effect. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you need to hit an enemy. I'll show it when we hit an enemy for that. It's a grapple move. Now, let's go to the R2 attacks. Each character has 3 different R2s. Hanbei's first R2 is him going into the super mode. So what this does is it gives a double effect to your slashes. So whenever you hit an enemy with a slash, it doubles the effect. So it's like you have one slash here, but when you hit an enemy, it's as if the enemy is getting two slashes, right? So that's the super mode. You can turn it off by pressing the R2 button, or it's a timer. It's a time base. It will eventually run off. Turn it off. Yeah. Now his second R2. I'm not too crazy with his R2s, but it is what it is. His second R2 is kind of like Kenshin's first R2. It's a dash attack. So if you press R2 here, he runs. So whenever you run like this, you can do normal attacks like this. So while you run, this is a good move to basically sweep your enemy in the battlefield. You just constantly repeated this until the time runs out. Or if you want to stop, you can either press triangle or R1, so it ends with a big slash like that. And that special move can be triggered while you're in the air. So if you press jump and then R2, see? I usually like using this to sweep the enemies on the battlefield, because this move is really good if you just want to go ham on the battlefield. So yeah, there you go. Now his third R2. Yeah, it's basically like raining spikes, which you can prolong it. You can make it stronger by holding the R2 button. So, see? He charges it up, then release. It's bigger. Sorry, I need to drink first. Okay, that's it for Hanbei's move. Unfortunately, a lot of his special attacks are not aerial. So unlike Masamune, Yukimura, Keiji, a lot of these characters have aerial specials. Unfortunately, Hanbei does not. For whatever reason, it is what it is. So yeah. Overall break. You can also jump during his second R2 attack while in the air. Wait. Yeah, you can jump while performing his R2. Second R2. So yeah. Thank you for the tip, Overlord Borden. Now, before I start the campaign, I want to show the L1 square first. You're still here, KK? L1 square? Yeah, it's a grab move. Shup. Alright, so let's start. Oh yeah, this game has a taunt. If you press, you press select to taunt. And here's the thing about taunting. It fills up your Basara bar, and the more enemies on screen. So whenever you taunt with more enemies on screen, the faster you fill up the Basara bar. Right, so let's get started. Let's ruin KG's party. Yeah, Dark Arrow Rain. Let's run. Like the army for KG is just dancing on a festival. That's what I really love about Sengoku Basara. A lot of attention to details, and everyone has personality, even down to the troopers. Even though they are father, but at least they are unique fathers, right? Unique scrubs. And then his Basara attack. Toshie is here.
守るためにこそ槍を振るう。お前にも守るものがあるなら正々堂々勝負だ。
こりゃ解説やってる場合じゃねえ状態。
加賀の男児を守るは松の務め。才色剣舞、いざ存分に振るいまする。
上がってきた。新たな櫓だ。
皆様の盛り上がりがまずや
Hello, Prime 96. The perfect character for this stage is Kasuga, Maguichi, and Maria. Uh huh.
盛り上がれ。なんと櫓がさらに天へと伸びる。
刑事、もう始まっていますよ。急ぐ用意を。
Finger poke of doom.
乗ってる場合じゃねえ。乗せてくぜ。
3,000 combos, less than a minute. Yeah.
当たりつげ。踊りまくれ。
And I'm also in my Sengoku Drive mode or Rage mode. I keep calling it Rage than Sengoku Drive. It's much easier.
女は文武両道、料理に踊り、円やコーレでございます。
いいぞ松。それがしも
竹中様、お顔の色が優れぬようにお見受けします。もしや
邪魔だとは思っていたところにちょうどいい理由ができた。
Run! Ah, she does her Basara.
祭りの噂を聞いて参られた。お前強いな。それがし相撲を取りたくなったぞ。みんな燃えてるな。もっと燃えろ。我が軍を阻む者なんてありはしねえ。
なんだ夢吉。あいつをぶっ飛ばせって。わかってるよ。少し半兵衛に頼りすぎておる。
この程度の劣勢ならば刑事の目を覚まさせる薬にちょうど良いかと。
なんとしてでも盛り返すぞ。
心得ました。
Wait, I want to check something first. I want to make sure the sound is not too low or too high. Ah, 30%. That's enough. Sorry about that. Just checking.
これほどまでとは思うておりますなんだ。松殿の炊事の腕はもはやとどまるところを知らぬ。
ひざまずいて許しを請わないのかい。無限の映画。
ああ、このまま夜通し踊り続けたく。祭りの地層も踊り作るといたしましょう。
できるだけ数を減らしておかないとね。この体が動いている間に。
くじけてる奴はいないな。まだ大丈夫だ。うちの大将はこういうのうまいんだぜ。
Like this move. Shockwave.
ありゃ多分身内以外はどうでもいいってねさ。
俺たちの息吹で吹き飛ばしちまえ。
それがしは刑事の槍だ。決して折れんぞ。
刑事君の右腕か。支える相手が遊び人の風来坊では甲斐がないね。
槍のまたさ。ここにあり。一撃一撃からお前の強い思いが伝わってくるぞ。
地に伏していたまえ。君たちにはそれがお似合いだ。
槍のまたさの二つだは飾りじゃないぞ。お前の頑張り決して無駄にはしない。走る。
その体でどこまで持つか。いや、考えても先月よ。
楽しかった。いい汗かいたら腹減ったぞ松尾。
自慢の花
ヘチマみたいにへし折ってやるよ。
我らの旗を掲げよう。敵方にしかと示すのだ。
先を急ぐ。僕の手を煩わせないでくれ。僕には夢がある。邪魔はさせないよ。秀吉に従わなかったことを後悔するという。
Hugo Basara. What is going on here? Keiji's party. That's what's going on.
もう抵抗する意味も意義もないと思うけどね。全ては僕の押し付けだ。言われなくとも分かっているさ。
先の技伝授していただくわけには参りませんか。
I wanna use the raining arrow.
それがしの技はとても鋭い。生きてこれが見れるとは前代未聞の両方立ち大ぶっ取りだ。
Right.
パッと咲かすは恋の花。ギュッと実るは爆逆の友。どっちも大事な宝物さ。
Yeah, love the dances too. Okay. Keiji, let's see what you got.
松江さん、光の追い風に乗ってやるぜ。舞い飛ぶ花びらより前田刑事。いざいざいざ。
何を隠そう。
Bro, every time I hear Keiji, I cannot help but think Kurosaki Ichigo from Bleach.
加賀の祭り藤は最高潮。どいつもこいつも踊り出ろ。おっとここで注目人物あり。
ケイさん、大将だからって優勝渡せないっしょ。これが半分さ。秀吉様の右腕の策。
少し急ごう。あまり時間がない。
戦より恋になれた方が幸せだよ。豊臣に無限
Gotcha.
その目に焼き付けて足軽の誇りってやつをよ。
恋しい人を泣かせる真似はするなよ。みんなを背負っての喧嘩だ。負けられねえ。俺も手柄を立てていつかは大将みたいに。
おっとはしゃぎすぎ。足のもつれにご用心。
俺を飲み干してみるかい。俺たちが足軽だ。秀吉の夢を実現させることが僕の夢で役割だ。
なんと正義の番狂わせ。前田刑事が負けた。
花が咲くようないい顔で踊りやがって。またやろうぜ。
Not too shabby.
まだ時間はある。もうすぐ君と僕の夢が叶うんだ。秀吉。
I am avoiding this fight. I do not like fighting Oyasan. Oyasan is, ironically, one of the strongest characters in the game.
白と黒の姫鳥が可憐に凛々しく舞いますよ。これも我らの生き様だ。
Okay, who do we fight? Let's go with Tsuruhime. Never knew Basara was this funny. It always has been. Basara is a very serious game, so to speak. And the thing with, okay, so I want to explain this as well because someone did ask me, how do I earn the rewards in every stages? Let's use different weapon. So you see, these are the rewards that you get in the stage, right? On this stage. So you see points. So okay, on the left number there, those are points. Now, in order for you to collect points, there are two things. Either kill as many enemies as possible on that stage, or perform as many combos as possible. So someone asked me, how do you earn the rewards here? Because usually there are bonuses, right? Like here, these are bonuses. Like for example, this makes your enemies' health into double. So your enemies on this battle will have double the health. I forgot what are the bonuses here because I rarely use them. All right, so usually some people told me that they use the bonus to boost the points to get these rewards, and I told them you don't really need the bonuses. The bonuses can be used as extra challenge to make the game somewhat harder if you want a good challenge. And so again, in order for you to collect these bonuses or rewards, you have to collect the certain amount of points, right? So if you get, let's say, 10,000 points, you get that first weapon in the bottom row, right? And then if you get the highest point, 25,000, you get the top reward, right? The weapons. Now, you need to either, again, like I said, either kill a lot of enemies on screen, or perform combos. Now, it's kind of like Devil May Cry. The more stylistic combo you can perform in this game, the higher the points as well. The higher the chance of you of getting the high rewards. It's a really nice touch to add somewhat of a replay value, and it also encourages players to perform combos, not just charging in to enemies on screen. I want to discuss this as well. So some people ask me, in my opinion, do you think Dynasty Wars should be more challenging, or how do you make Dynasty Wars a little more difficult? My answer to that is, I don't really know how to make difficult. I once said that, or at least the way I see it. And if you guys remember 2 years ago, I made a 10 ways Koei can improve their Musou games. And the first thing is less enemies on screen. I don't think that's gonna happen with Musou games going into the future. I feel like Musou games, the better the technology, the more enemies we're gonna have on screen. But I do want to see, first of all, officers being more difficult, and second of all, I don't mind if Musou games did something like this in Basara. Let's say you fight a boss, or at least, commanders should be their own bosses. Let's say you fight a boss and you'll get better rewards. Basically have a point system. So let's say, in Samurai Warriors or in Samurai Warriors on Orochi, every stage has a rank, like A, B, C, and then the top one is S. So have a rank system like this. So the higher the rank, the higher you perform combos, or the higher you perform stylistic combos, the better the rank, and also the better the rewards. I think Basara for Sumeragi did it really well for this game. Capcom did it really well for Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi. Alright.
待たせたかい
It
背物か待て姫御前は今お祈り中だ鈴を鳴らして邪魔をするわけにはいかんぞ
Let's go wild.
この国の先を見せてください
どうやら先見の巫女は奥にこもっているようですな
卑弥呼様はリンリンとおっしゃられていますあれ
姫御前が鈴の音に気を取られてしまう祈祷の邪魔じゃ姫御前の邪魔をさせるものか
卑弥呼様の前髪ってどんなでしょうやっぱり眉上ですか
Yeah, you can switch characters when you're on a Basara attack. That's pretty unique.
予測通りに動いてくれてありがとうと言うべきなのかなどうしたんだいそよ風のように軽いよ
Hulk smash.
長い狩り天のみ血を届け 一兵たりとも降伏させぬつもりか半兵衛
卑弥呼様孫一年様みたいに私を大きくしてください
姫御前に近寄ろうなんて神罰大盛りでも足りねえ
Ah, my combos were cut because of that. Ah, yes, Shell. Hello, Leon.
なるほど卑弥呼様各地で戦乱の目を詰めがいいのですね少々騒がしくなるかもしれない心を乱すの今はお前に風にそういうこと
奴も疲れ衰えるはずだその兆しを見逃すな
そういや火鉢の火消してきたっけ
左近君でもあるまいし健康一滴など通らないさ
卑弥呼様私この国の女王になるのですか間もなくですご神託がもうそこに
来た
さらなる速さで追い詰める
承知つかまつ随分とたくさんの客であるな天のみ血を届け
主の猛将さえあれば我などまるで出る幕もない
謙遜はいらないよ大谷君君の陰ながらの指示あれはとても的確で優秀だ
敵盛んな敵だないつものことだな
姫御前の幸せそれより他に求めるものはありませんよ
I just like how Hideyoshi's just dragging the ground like that.
我らは見逃さぬ。
Ow, 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 ow.
長い狩り本物に血を届け
しつけてくだされ半兵衛様。
卑弥呼様のお告げで前になくしたかんざしが出てきました。
乗り込んでくるだけはあるから認めよう。我らの未来は
Selamat malam, diem-diem orang Indo. Halo Indra, welcome.
それが最下の生き様だ。
Maksudnya apa diem-diem orang Indonesia beneran? Asem bahasa Inggris lo fasih banget. Terima kasih.
今が来る。
Alright, so let's go. I noticed this I noticed a lot of Muso channels name is Indra. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
いいな。
Power bomb.
交渉は続けさせてもらうよ。君が王というまで
Now, I want to ask you guys, if let's say Sengoku Basara had a collab with WWE, considering,
恨むなら恨め。
I don't know, it's buffering. Sorry, considering Hideyoshi is kind of like a wrestler, what WWE wrestler would be Hideyoshi's outfit?
我ら最下の
Whose outfit would it be?
理解した。
Dun, 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 dun.
死すべき時を自分で決める。僕にそれができるのか。
何度鳴らしても
Dun, dun,
姫風の心は
dun,
揺れないぞ。 よし、次は接種だ。
Oh,
こ
damn.
の程度。どうということはない。
夢は誰もが叶えられるわけじゃない
Misatsu.
だろ
Yeah, do the Akuma move. Die 1000 death. Ah, darn it.
またすごいものを見せていただきました。
契約の交渉ならば後にする。
Dua. Die 1000 death.
僕のしつけは
Ah,
厳し
interrupted.
いよ。覚悟しておきたまえ。その苦痛早くなくしてあげようか。
貴様らに国を憂う心はないのか。
申し訳ないが、君の相手をする時間は全くない。
Kau bilang apa? Asem bahasa Inggris. Lu pasti banget. Jangan asem, manis dong.
何を驚く。我らに備えはないと侮っていた。
構えられよ。いざ我が家臣の敵へ。
我らを導け。
力こそ攻めて。
戦場に馴染んでいる。まるで一体となり。
Hey, Smiley. Greetings to you too. I hope you have a good day, a good Monday. Yeah, all is well. I'm going to fly out of town tomorrow for work until Friday, and I haven't grinded Motochika and Motonari, so the next boss for Sumeragi stream will take a while.
この戦、きっと孫の代まで語り継がれるよな。
Ow.
背を向けなくてその勇気は抱えよう。
強さの核というものが我らとは違いすぎる。
前は道を行く者か。
Hope you're doing well, Smiley. Nice.
まだ見る4代目よ。我らはお前と共に。
Peace and blessings on your travels. Thank you, Smiley. Now that the dust has settled, thoughts on Origins reveal. Oh, addressing the elephant in the room. All right, once I'm done with this, I did explain it on last stream, but I don't mind explaining it again on the stream. I actually originally I kind of want to make a video about it, but I don't know. I just lose interest in making a video. Like some people say, "Oh, make a reaction," but then again, if I'm making a reaction video, I should be watching the trailer for the first time, not after I watch the trailer. I missed it. I'm behind you as well. Me too, lol. So and. Again, I know I can do a breakdown of the trailer, but I'm just not good at impromptu talk. So I might as well just talk it on stream once I'm done with the stage. Yeah, Tsuruhime is await. Sorry, Tsuruhime awaits. It's also interesting that Dynasty Wars Origins is coming out next year, which is also the 25th anniversary of Dynasty Warriors, counting from Dynasty Warriors 2. I love Tsuruhime's theme. Let's go here, Himiko. Sorry, Tsuruhime. I like the lyric version of Tsuruhime's theme as well. Finish her. Yare yare.
Mada. 時間はある。もうすぐ君と僕の夢が叶うんだ。秀吉。
失礼する賢人よ。
All right, let's see what we got.
伝令宇宙の狐が
我が輩
Yoshiaki.
ついに欧州制覇素敵紳士のひげに不可能はないのである。
オートマザビーランドは夜に閉まる模様。地下に誰かがいる。
なんと思
Hanbei.
った迷子じゃ
半兵衛様、おた
失礼する
Okay,
賢
so
人よ。
which stage we're picking?
僕の策に何か不備があったかい？
不備と申さば不備よ。
I'll pick Zaviland. Hold on, be right back. Okay. Get better rewards first. Alright. Now I want to switch the weapons first. Hanbei? Yes, it's Hanbei. Alright, so... let's switch outfits first. I want to use the military outfit. And for Hideyoshi, let's use his New Japan Pro Wrestling outfit. Okay. What weapon? Okay, since Smiley, you asked me about my thoughts on Dynasty Wars Origins, so let me tell you a little story first. So it was Friday morning for me when PlayStation State of Play was airing, and I woke up on Friday. I got my Discord notification flooded as soon as I woke up. People were tagging me. People were DMing me, telling me, "Oh, look, Profar, it's Dynasty Warriors Origins. There's a new Dynasty Warriors coming up." And then I also posted a community post, right, in regards to my thoughts. So there were people telling me, "Oh, how can you miss PlayStation State of Play? It was amazing. It was so hype for Dynasty Warriors and Summer Warriors fans." I told them, it was PlayStation State of Play was 3 a.m. in the morning for me. Yeah, I was sleeping. That's why I missed it. So, where was I? Yeah, Dynasty Wars Origins. It's going to be a reboot of Dynasty Wars. Some say it's a spin-off because you don't play as the Dynasty Warriors characters that you know, like your Liu Bei, your Cao Cao, your Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Zhao Yun, those kind of characters. It looks like you're going to play a created character or a certain protagonist, right? In Dynasty Warriors Origins. And some people consider it as a spin-off. Some people consider, oh, this is just Dynasty Wars by name only. But gameplay-wise, like, quote-unquote gameplay, it's a cinematic gameplay. We don't actually know how the gameplay is until we actually get footage of gameplay. It's your Dynasty Warriors 1 versus 1,000, right? Now, what do I think about the trailer so far? I'm excited. I'm excited for Dynasty Wars Origins, but my excitement for Dynasty Wars Origins is not in the level of, oh my god, I'm so hyped for a new Dynasty Warriors, can't wait to play this game kind of excitement. My excitement was that, okay, we got a new Dynasty Warriors game. I need to see more of this because the 1-minute trailer that we got in PlayStation State of Play, I know, I get it, it's a 1-minute trailer to hype you up, but I'm still cautious when it comes to new Dynasty Warriors game. Hello, Sayank. I'm still cautious about it because again, I need to see the gameplay. Visual-wise, it looks good. Okay, visual-wise, it looks good, and I've discussed this. Stay skeptical, yeah. Or it's okay to get excited. It's okay to get hyped, but don't overhype it. So my hype level is not overhype or underhype. I think I'm in the moderate level, you can say. The visuals look good, right? Omega Force tried to go to the more dark and gritty route for Dynasty Warriors because that's how Team Ninja did it, or Koei Tecmo did it for Wolong. But it still has those colorful visuals, as well. Now, again, I need to see the gameplay, right? Now, where was I? I mentioned this on last stream, is that Koei wanted to produce more AAA games in Even Kill, yeah. Koei wanted to produce more AAA games in the future. So, yeah, Koei wanted to produce more AAA quality games in the future. So, the way I look at the trailer and the overall visuals being dark and gritty, it's my guess Omega Force and Koei's attempt to make Dynasty Warriors a AAA quality game. That's how I see it. Because I read their financial report for 2023, and for those of you who don't know, Koei has a new graphic engine. They have a new graphic engine to produce their AAA quality games. Now, for Capcom, for example, Capcom has their own graphic engines as well for Resident Evil, Street Fighter 6, and the new Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Wilds. Capcom's graphic engine is called RE Engine, right? Now, Koei's graphic engine to produce quality, AAA quality games is called the Katana Engine. I've watched videos, and I also got notified on Discord, people telling me that in the trailer, you see characters from previous Dynasty Warriors games. All of them are using their Dynasty Warriors 9 design, right? You see Chengpu, Cao Cao, Guan Yu, Li Dian, Yue Jin, Xin Yu, even Lu Bu in their Dynasty Warriors 9 designs. I also noticed that not only the Dynasty Warriors characters are in their Dynasty Warriors 9 designs, but NPCs are also in somewhat their Dynasty Warriors 9 designs, like the generic officers and also even down to the soldiers. Now, normally, I would bitch about it. This is lazy. Koei is reusing models and assets from previous game, and then make a new game and then call it a reboot. I usually bitch about this, but I'm not gonna bitch about it for two reasons. One, I'm kind of tired of bitching, and number two, I do like the character designs in Dynasty Warriors 9. They look absolutely good. One of the better things about Dynasty Warriors 9 is the designs. The character designs look good, and I feel like those designs deserve a better game. And if Dynasty Warriors Origins is a better game, good for us and good for Koei. And not to mention, they're using a new graphic engine. Most likely, they're going to use the Katana engine for Dynasty Warriors Origins. What else do I say? Do I think? Yeah, I also noticed tactical combat in that game, where you can command soldiers to perform certain attacks. Like your character is performing, like your character is commanding archers to fire. So it is somewhat reminiscent to Kessen games and Bladestorm, especially Bladestorm. If they're going to combine traditional Dynasty Warriors gameplay with the whole commanding army like in Bladestorm, I'm done with that. I'm okay. They want to make it more quote-unquote tactical or quote-unquote strategic. Even though, let's be honest here, ladies and gentlemen, we don't play Musou games to be strategic or tactical. If you want a good tactical combat game, go play Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's a tactical combat game. Or for Koei games, go play Bladestorm. Go play Kessen. Those are tactical combat games. We don't use strategy or tactic in Dynasty Wars. Let's just say it how it is. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying it as it is. If anything, the reasons why I like Musou games, it's easy fun. You can say it's an easy to get into game. It's an easy to play game. It's an easy to get into game where mostly it's a stress relief game. It's more about hacking and slashing, right? Basara, same goes with Basara. Right? We don't use strategy to play Basara. It's a hack and slash game. But the difference is in Koei and in Dynasty Warriors, Summoners, and Sengoku Basara is that Sengoku Basara is more stylistic. You can perform the combat system of Basara for Sumeragi has a lot more depth than in Koei Warriors games. And not to mention, this game, just like in Devil May Cry, rewards you in performing stylish combos. So, as I explained it earlier, you have rewards here. You earn rewards by collecting more points, and the way you collect points is two things, or are two ways. One, beat or kill as many officers or kill as many enemies on screen, and two, perform stylistic combos and try to chain them until how many combos you can do. It's kind of like Devil May Cry. So yeah, that's my thought on Dynasty Warriors Origins. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I want to see more. But I'm not overhyping Dynasty Wars Origins. I plan to make a video breaking down the trailer, but at first someone asked, are you going to make a video breaking down? I said yes, but 2 hours later, I don't feel like it. If anything, last weekend, I was more busy and quite excited to write the Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes retrospective video. I'm actually more enthusiastic on making that video than a breakdown of Dynasty Warriors Origins, which, by the way, everyone in the Musou community, like Night Owl, Wildcat, Koei Collection, and probably Chris Gildart, has made a video about it. I don't think my video is gonna add more to what everyone has been saying. Well, maybe I say it a little bit different. Like, maybe there are some difference in what I said, but I've explained on stream anyway. I just not have the mood anymore to do a breakdown of Dynasty Warriors Origins, because there's only so much I can talk about Dynasty Warriors Origins right now. I need to see more. Yeah, blending those two might be challenging, but I'm thinking the tactical elements will take more from their Empires game instead of the oldies. Or Koei can cash grab us to death, lock at all the 90 plus behind another Dynasty Warriors Origin Empires. Yeah, I can see that. Someone actually on my community post told me, someone actually made a comment on my community post about Dynasty Warriors Origins, and he said, yeah, can't wait for the $700 DLC, which, if it happens, they charge $700 DLCs, I will not be surprised. And another thing is that people are, I've seen some people in the community hyping up the shit out of Dynasty Warriors Origins. I keep telling, slow down, okay? Don't overhype it, because you remember how last time when people overhyped Dynasty Warriors 9, the first trailer of Dynasty Warriors 9 was super hype. I watched the first trailer of Dynasty Warriors 9 back in 2017, and I was hype as shit. It looks good, it looks beautiful, and then what happened to the game? Now, I'm not saying Dynasty Warriors Origins is going to be a bad game. That is an answer left to time. At the end of the day, only time will tell. But I'm just saying, let's not overhype this shit. Like, I've seen as well people talking about Warriors Orgy 5. What will Warriors Orgy 5 be now that we have Summer Warriors 5 and Dynasty Warriors Origins? And I was like, dude, we haven't even got Dynasty Warriors Origins, and Summer Warriors 5 is pretty much dead. Koei just doesn't care about that game anymore. Now, or you're going to talk about Warriors Orgy 5, a game that probably never exists, or a game that probably won't exist. Slow down. Like I said, slow down. Being skeptical nowadays is necessary. Yeah, exactly. So slow down. In the end, I'm excited. I want to see more, but I'm not too excited. I'm not too overhyped. Now, as being super biased against Sengoku Basara and Capcom, because I'm a Capcom fanboy, some people call me, oh, you suck, Basara dick. Yeah, so? But I can be, like, I can suck a dick, but at the same time, I can be objective. Which dick tastes good, right? Now, if Capcom somehow announce Sengoku Basara, because next year is going to be the 20th anniversary of Sengoku Basara, now you got me interested. I'm actually more excited if there is an announcement over Sengoku Basara than Dynasty Warriors. Because we haven't seen a new Sengoku Basara game for almost 10 years. The last Sengoku Basara game, not counting the mobile game, was in 2006, Sanada Yukimura did. Like I said, if a new Sengoku Basara game is happening and then it turns out to be bad, I said, okay, it's a bad game. I can always go play Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi. The same when Dynasty Warriors 9 happened. Okay, Dynasty Warriors 9 is a bad game, right? Some people are like, oh, my childhood is ruined. I'm going to say goodbye to the series that I really love. It's time to move on. It's time to grow up. But it's just a bad game. At the end of the day, it's just a bad game, right? Dynasty Warriors 9 is a bad game, but it didn't hinder my enjoyment playing other Dynasty Warriors games. Yeah, DW9 was a bad game. I just can play, if I want a good Dynasty Warriors game, I go play Dynasty Warriors 8. Summer Wars 5 is an enjoyable game, but lackluster. I can go back to Summer Wars 4. When it comes to Dynasty Warriors, not just Dynasty Warriors 8, I can go back to DW5, my favorite Dynasty Warriors game. Yeah, if it's a bad game, it's a bad game. And one more thing before I continue the story, before I continue the gameplay. I don't think Koei is going to make the same mistake, or Omega Force is going to make the same mistake as they did in Dynasty Wars 9 and for Dynasty Warriors Origins. Again, I'm willing to give Koei and Omega Force the benefit of the doubt. However, I will say this. Even though they're not going to make the same mistake as they did in DW9, but as players and also as players especially, I don't think we should use DW9 as a standard. Let's say if Dynasty Warriors Origins was a better game than Dynasty Wars 9, because we use DW9 as a standard, we're gonna go like, oh, DW Origins is the best game ever made. Why? I don't like that, because that's what people did in Samurai Warriors 5. And Warriors Orochi 4 as well. As soon as Orochi 4 came out, people say this is the best Warriors game ever because it's better than DW9. As soon as Samurai Warriors 5 came out, people say it's the best Warriors games ever because it's better than DW9. What happened? The honeymoon period lasted less than 1 month, and people forgot about that game, and then right now people shit on the game. Both Orochi 4 and Samurai Warriors 5 for being absolutely lackluster. So I hope it's going to be a good game. I don't think Koei is going to fuck it up like in DW9, but just simply not fucking up or simply not being a better game than DW9 should not be the standard. They should strive to, again, at the end of the day, I'm just a gamer playing these games. I don't know anything about their development process, their business standpoint. At the end of the day, I'm just a customer. At the end of the day, I'm just a player. But the way I look at it from an outside looking in, I hope Koei and Omega Force can deliver one hell of a banger in Dynasty Wars Origins. Only one can hope. So there you go. It's funny because everyone's still asking DW10. Can't please anywhere. Oh, this is not Dynasty Wars 10. Like, again, I have no more words to say about that. It is what it is at the end of the day. What's funny is Koei couldn't commit to DW10, so that should further the skepticism with that they're cooking. DW series has been in decline in the last 5 years. I'd say since DW9. Yeah. Again, the only way to fix, the only person who know how to fix Dynasty Warriors at the end of the day is Koei and Omega Force, not us as gamers. The new Omega Force logo goes hard. I'm a simple man, I don't need much, yeah. Alright. I've noticed that as well. A lot of companies have simplified the logos. Alright, we're in another party. I was asked by a friend, by the way, what's your direction for Profar's this channel? Well, again, I'm focusing on Sengoku Basara content right now. So for discussion videos, it's going to be about everything in regards to Sengoku Basara 2 and Sengoku Basara 2 heroes. And for live streams, it's going to be all about Sengoku Basara 4 Sumeragi. Right? Now, what happens when I'm done with Basara 4 Sumeragi? Simple. I'll just play another game that is not a Musou game. I've been thinking about this. So again, me being done with Basara 4 Sumeragi is still a long way to go. I'm not even halfway through the characters yet. But when I'm done with Basara 4 Sumeragi, I do want to play some platformers, racing games. Like there's so many options of games that I can play on stream. Whether the games that I like playing growing up or the games I have never experienced before. Are you a Musou guy? Yeah. No, fuck that game. Sorry, Smile. Fuck that game. I'm not touching that game anymore. That's why I told people, oh, Profar, are you going to cover Devil Kings? I mean, I streamed Devil Kings once, and that's it. Are you going to make a video discussing Devil Kings? I said no. I'm not playing that game just to review the game. Jack and Daxter. I would love to try that Jack and Daxter. Funny enough, you mentioned that game. I've never played a Jack and Daxter game before. I've been going through some catalogs of Nintendo 64 that I played back in the day. I love a lot of platformers in. Are you ever going to talk about Devil Kings? No. I already said it. No. Fuck that game. That game is one of the reasons why Basara flopped in the West. So, as I was saying, I was looking at my catalog of Nintendo 64 games and looking back at some platformers. I was like, wow, I played a lot of banger platformers on the Nintendo 64. So, some of the I played Super Mario 64. Well, you want my subscription? Thank you. Thank you so much, Noche. So, I was going through some Nintendo 64 platformer games, and I played it on my emulator. I'm halfway through Banjo-Kazooie. I've beaten that game multiple times, by the way. I still love Banjo-Kazooie. Super Mario 64 is arguably one of the greatest 3D platformers ever made. And I've beaten that game multiple times, and I never get bored of going back to Super Mario 64. Now, another platformer that is pretty damn underrated on the Nintendo 64 is Bomberman Hero. How many of you have played Bomberman Hero before? It's the only Bomberman game in the series that's a platformer, a 3D action platform. I was a huge fan of Bomberman growing up. Open goal is the Juboshi Zabi Muneshige. Yeah. Wait. Open goal is the open source emulator the community is using. It's the code engine Naughty Dog used to create seamless open world with zero loading. Yeah, sure. It still amazes me because my friend is a big Jack and Daxter fan. It still amazes me that Naughty Dog created Jack and Daxter as an open world with zero loading time. So it's basically one big map with no cutscenes, or like with no cuts. On an early PS2 game, by the way. That is pretty damn impressive. Yeah, that's come across my 3D platform radar, Bomberman 3D. Well, it's called Bomberman Hero. Bomberman, yeah, it's the only 3D platform. It's called Bomberman Hero on Nintendo 64. Very underrated game. Most of the 3D Bomberman games are your classic Bomberman games, but in 3D. They're not platformers. They're like, yeah, you know how Bomberman games work, right? Speaking of community, a friend of mine showed me on Discord Crash Team Racing Online. So, Crash Team Racing, the PS1 version of Crash Team Racing, someone made it like a PC port. you can say like a PC port. I don't know how to explain it, but basically you can play online competitive on Crash Team Racing, the PS1 version, and they added Oxide as a playable character. That's pretty damn impressive. I think it's using the same open source. Again, I'm not too familiar with these technical stuff. But yeah, I just don't want to do Sengoku Basara or Musou content. Well, especially Musou. That sounds awesome. Absolutely. I've been doing less Musou games. When I'm talking about, I've been doing less Musou content since I'd say last year. I've been doing less Dynasty Warriors content, Summer Warriors content. The only Musou game that I've been pumping out in terms of content is Sengoku Basara, and that's not even Koei's Musou game. It's a Musou-like game. I know some people will say, "Oh, actually, Profar, this is not a Musou game. If it's not from Koei, it's not a Musou game." It's semantics, you know. I still call it a Musou game or a Musou-like game because it's easy. It's easy to make a conversation about it. It's kind of like how you talk about Souls game. Yes, Souls games are developed by From Software, but there are other Souls games or Souls-like games that are not from Software. Again, Koei Tecmo produced Souls-like games. Neo, Wolong, Rise of Ronin. Those are Souls-like games. So that means Sengoku Basara is a Musou-like game. Yeah, other than Basara, I don't plan to make Musou content. That's just me. I just want to diversify this channel a lot more when it comes to the games that I play, not just Sengoku Basara. So again, the pattern of content that I'm doing right now, as far as discussion videos, I'm going to cover everything about Sengoku Basara 2 and Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes. Once I'm done about I think there are 3 or 4 more videos for Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes. Once I'm done talking about Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes, that's it. I'm done with Basara 2 Heroes. Bubs, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Oh, speaking of, hey, since you're here, Bubs, look at this character, Hideyoshi. Look at his outfit. You recognize this outfit as a wrestling fan? Recognize this outfit? I'm sure you do, Bubs. Especially, I mean, considering you watch other wrestling outside of WWE, you watch AEW, and I do remember you said you watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah, this is a New Japan Pro Wrestling DLC. You know this outfit he's wearing? Right? Yeah, this is a New Japan Pro Wrestling, or a New Japan Pro Wrestler. Yeah, someone from NJP. It's Hiroshi Tanahashi. He used to be New Japan's version of John Cena. As like he was the #1 guy of New Japan back in the 2000 and 2010s. Now he's taking a backseat because, I mean, he still wrestle. He's taking a backseat because, you know, he's not young anymore. I don't pretty groggy at the moment. What do you mean? Pretty groggy at the moment? You okay, by the way, Bubs? Hope you're doing okay, by the way. As I was saying, I just don't want this channel or the community I develop is just for Sengoku Basara and nothing else. I want to cover other games that I'm passionate with as well. So I have a, you could say I have a healthier community. So I have community, I can bring up people from different types of community, whether it's Musou games, Basara games, fighting games, platformers. I want to be like, in terms of the channel, I want to be a multi-gaming channel, if that makes sense. I've checked my analytics in my videos. The most viewed, like the 2 most viewed videos on my channel are not even Dynasty Wars related, are not even Musou related. My #1 most viewed video is Streets of Rage. And the second most viewed video, to my surprise, is Inuyasha. Oh, you saw him on Forbidden Door. Ah, I see. But you're okay, right? Bubs? I hope you're doing fine.
まだ時間はある。もうすぐ君と僕の夢が叶うんだ。秀吉。
Yeah, I already maxed both characters on the last stream, both Hideyoshi and Hanbei. Rikyu. Now let's fight him.
Kyogoku no hime ga
Nagamasa and Oichi. Drummer up, unlock. Let's fight Rikyu.
分かった。先に行く。早く追いつけよ。
When I use different weapon. And let's use a different outfit as well. Let's use his second outfit, both of them. Oh, sleepy. Okay, okay. Have a good morning, Bubs.
残念。俺の席なんだよ、ここは。昔からな。客か。もてなしてやるよ、俺たちが。教えてやるぜ、わびさびをな。待て、止まれ、サビスケ。この僕が秀吉との間を取りなせ。信じてくれる気にはなれないかい、リキュー君。ダメです。それ以上僕に近づいては。この心、あなたは傑作だろう。こいつには入ってくるのさ、お前の頭ん中がな。黙れ、サビスケ。
Final Atomic Buster!
やめろ。僕はこんな戦いしたくないんだ。俺が立ってやってんだろ、矢面。お前じゃすぐにやられちまうだろうがよ。そうそう、わびすけには気をつけた方がいいぜ。お前の考えなんぞそこの底まで筒抜けだからな。違う、僕覗き見たいわけじゃなくて、嫌ならやっちまえって言ってんだろ。そうすら流れ込まねえだろ、心ってやつに。そんなことできるわけないだろう。奏でよ。
You forced me to use a Giga Basara.
破砕せよ。
And you're dead. Yeah, little points.
Hideyoshi, 君に提案しておる。
Let's see what we got.
宮にあれが
運命の針が示す先は時代が決める。
Of course, it's Ashikaga. The three ninjas. Kobayakawa. Yeah, let's fight Ashikaga.
気候半兵衛
豊臣君主、つまり君の座を継ぐ者の資格についてだ。
後継者とは随分気の早い話だな。だが我は愛を受け入れぬ。世継ぎは
Let's see what weapon we're using. I'll just keep this weapon. Let's go, Ashikaga.
待たせたかい？
The history in this game is very interesting. Yeah, this is like a crazy version of the history. You can switch characters. Yeah, it's by default. You play as two characters. You have the primary and the secondary. I mean, you can the story or like the campaign is based off your primary character, and then the secondary you can just choose whoever you want. But I usually like to use characters that are related, like in this case. Yeah, the Kyushu trio. That's cool. Yeah. And whip it good. Have a great day. How you get going? All right. You have a great day too. You have a great Monday. I'll see you later, bubs. Hop, hop. Great stream. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'll see you later.
次元の奥義そいはすなわち誠のお筒が指し示すもの
Time to destroy this. Ooh.
宗重殿と共に戦えるとはおいの青蘭も喜んどる
Let's run.
手前の来麒にも互いの獲物を響かせて荒れ狂う敵となりましょう狼藉者め控えよここをどこと思っている
皆良いも友が好き勝手暴れておるぞ
かくなる上は
勝つ術など路傍にいくらでも転がっていいよ勝負を捨てるな友よ
島流しは勘弁だけど老後は暖かい島でのんびりしたいな
青蘭ようなるかおいもよ
我が怒り天王の道を砕け将を決するは天下己れ貴殿はどう思われますか
豊臣に無限の栄華
攻撃に迷いはどうまっすぐ殺しに込んで目が覚めるような世が立ち会いよ
All right. Okay.
ちが強いか決めっかの本をよ
Alright, darn it, he's dead.
よとて口を絡めざるを得ぬぞ。
おいが怖いか鬼に見えか
Alright.
地に伏していたまえ。君たち
Oh, darn
は
it.
それが鬼
Ah,
だ。
that was a dangerous move.
腕が鳴ります礼をもって立ち会いましょう
続きを見ようか。
Okay. 1, 2. Ah.
おもはんもか
Gotcha. Alright. Get up, Hideyoshi.
少し急ごう。あまり時間がない。
僕に初めて会った時
Man, Muneshige is just so damn tanky.
このような時になんですがザビ教をどう思われますか我が君のため西の立花の本領はこれからです
Careful.
従うことこそ武士の道と見つけております
Man, he's just blocking my attacks. Come on, just a little bit more.
その佇まい
Yeah, some bosses can be pretty damn annoying. Muneshige is one of them. Yeah, wait, hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I got myself a drink, some water, and I had to go to the toilet first. All right, so wait, my stream is loading right now. Hold on. Okay, let's continue. It's Lee from Tekken wearing a mask, aka Basara Hanbei. Hello, Terry. You know what's even funny? Since you mentioned Lee from Tekken,
やったな
Lee's voice actor, Okiayori Ryotaro, voiced Hideyoshi.
次の出目でもよう
Yeah, Hideyoshi has Lee's voice from Tekken.
大口スポンサーにいいところを見せるのです。
検定の前じゃ海が感じよ
チェスト
始末殿の立ち位置がつかみづらい組み合わせだ
チェスト
どの軍勢は強い正念場だな友よ
一刻も早くここから立ち去ることをお勧めするよ。どうやら余力を残したまま次に進めそうだね。恐れ多い思いだが吉田さんは今演武をられる
I'll give you back my voice if you serve me. By the way, Lee's my main in Tekken. I main Lee on Tekken, especially Tekken 8. In Tekken 7, I main Bob. Hope Bob is coming. I hope Bob is coming back for Tekken 8. I need my Bob. Excellent. Marvelous. Ah, Lee's just amazing.
やった先にこそ誠のうつつだ
その調子だ友よ胸が望むままおすり物をつかみ取れ
若きと飲む酒など今のおいには必要なか
よもやこれで終わりではないだろう
No, you don't.
やっぱり世でなければ止められぬか
万に一つ僕に勝てても秀吉の拳に砕かれるだけさ。
その燃え輝く瞳命張りし鳥羽を謳歌しているな友よ
私一人愛のスパルタ
What's even crazier, Terry? Sorin's voice actor is Sasuke from Naruto.
よい命運尽きるまでしようか後悔は
Ah, damn it.
足利公の城を枕にし
Yeah, at this stage with the Kyushu Churro is incredibly annoying
たまには体
and
を
tedious.
おかないとね。
宗教に力を発揮してこそ勇者だ友よ将たれば核あれ
痛いこの者と吉寺様の立ち合いを
戦う時も
奏でよ
Losing money on one hit is so annoying. Absolutely. And the Kyushu trio are insanely annoying. Insane, and they're tanky as well. They're very tanky.
笑顔を忘れずに認めてやりますがお前は幹部信者スタートです
And the zombie wagon. Ah. Oh, that didn't work. The parry didn't work.
強い迫害はザビエルを盛り上げるだけですよ
今の豊臣と同じ時代に生きるその不運は察するよ僕の技を見てくれたかい秀吉
ザビー様はザビリアン柔術の有段者でもあるのです
我が怒り天をのみ地を砕け
様子見はここまでにしておこうか
つかむ力よ
ランドの次は絵巻の宮
Hello, Trevor. Gotta be close to parry the zombie mobile. Ah, I see.
ではよ自身
I just parry his rocket. I almost died there.
吉輝様に習い拙者もまた赤黒
白く生き抜こうぞ。友よ、流れをつかみ
Go.
追い風に乗った。
Yeah, Ashikaga is waiting. Yeah, parry it in close range. Damn it. That sounds super hard.
認めたくないものだ。王朝に限りありなどと。
It's just like being dicks to Ashikaga's soldier. Oh, what? One more. Here comes the pain.
世が望むは人々がたぎろう熱き時代。すべてのものが
They made Hanbei way cooler in Basara.
生きた
The
時
summer worse
代。
Hanbei is kind of lame, just some kid.
さあ
Yeah,
友よ、
I agree.
今こそ創世の時。明と暗、表と裏、光と影。友よ、いかなる道を歩んできたか、世に聞かせてくれ。
乱世の花の箸、感謝してもし尽くせないよ。秀吉のために、そして僕のためにありがとう。
礼を申すはまだ早いぞ。
僕と百列剣。
のもまた世なの。
今更命は惜しまないけれど、君に捧げるつもりはないさ。
Yeah, I agree. How could I take Hanbei? Hanbei's nickname is Sengoku Shokatsuryo, the Jugal Young of the Sengoku Jidai age. Yeah, and then they made him a kid.
人は皆
Yeah, his weapon is a compass in Samurai Warriors 3 and 4, and in Samurai Warriors 5, it's a drum.
流れている血が違うのだと後悔するかい？秀吉に従えばいい。
楽しんでもらえているかな。
Yeah, to be fair,
そうだな。
Samurai Warriors Hanbei is kind of fine in Samurai Warriors 4. I'll give him that.
趣向を凝らしてみようか。
Oh no, you don't.
遅いせよ。これが天からの申し送り。一撃のもと主に染めよ。
ふざけているわけではなさそうだ。
素晴らしき技だ。我が力にも
I don't mind unlocking characters, honestly. I kind of like it, but yeah, I get what you're. I get how you feel. Basara 3 Utage also requires you to unlock characters, at least the 6 playable NPC, at least the six characters: Shingen, Kenshin, Matsu, Toshie, and Matsu, Toshie, Ujimasa, and Kasuga.
悲しんでいる暇はないんだ。今の僕に
The Samurai Warriors 5's problem is not about unlocking characters, everything else.
友よ、人々を導け。新しい世界へと。
しつけがなっていないようだね。
I like this outfit of Hanbei.
時間はある。 もうすぐ君と僕の夢が叶うんだ秀吉。秀吉、今日こそ聞き入れてもらうよ。
Okay, who is our last opponent?
乙女に打つわしの乾杯じゃ
Naotora.
ていけい
男ども覚悟しておけ。この私が貴様らの少年を徹底的に叩き直してやる。
I need to get my Hideyoshi's 999. I think mine is in the 680. Oh, I
秀吉、
go for it. Oh, I hate this stage. I don't need. I don't even bother with the bonuses. I don't really like the Naotora dojo stage. It's overly gimmicky. And what a bummer to end the Sengoku route with Naotora's dojo stage. Yeah, you can tell I'm not a big fan. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the stage. Let's see. Let's use this music.
Waga tomo yo.
待たせたかい？
乙女の強さを知り、乙女を敬え。この道場でそれを叩き込んでやる。ナオトラ親衛隊、かかれ。まずは私のなでしこたちとどれだけ渡り合えるか、その力を見せてみろ。
僕の何が気に入らないのかわからないな。
ただし女と侮らないで。私たちの一人一人が無人なのだから。
豊臣に無限の栄華。
なでしこたちよ、男への怒りを忘れるな。休ませるな。回り込め、畳みかけろ。追い込まれた乙女の力、今こそ解放しろ。はっ。
私は倒れない。ナオトラ様の熱き視線があれば。
我が怒り、天王の道を砕け。未来をつかむ力。
優しくしているつもりだけどね。
ナオトラ様ならこんな時こそ吠えるはずだ。
秀吉、君の梅雨払いは僕の役目だ。
いいだろう。
そこまで。
I just want to get this stage over with as soon as possible.
見てやろうじゃないか。男がのさばり、涙するのは乙女ばかり。国の行く末、もはや 男などに任せておけない。胸を貸してやろう。私から一本奪ってみせよ。
ひざまずいて許しを請わないのかい？
この程度か。私が出るまでもないの。さあ、少しは意地を見せてみろ。互いに刃を合わせ、その
I think we're supposed to dodge or parry in this game, in this part. I'm sorry, the the chat didn't load up. Hello again, Sayang. Crowd control plus dark element never dies. Yeah. If you lower Naoto's health before the timer runs out, or you can skip the challenges and go straight for the final fight against her. Ah, unfortunately. Are you supposed to parry? Yeah, nuke her HP. Yeah, I should have done that. Ah, it is what it is. Oh, come on. Because there's how do you parry? You need to press L1 at the right time. So whenever someone performs an attack and you tap L1, bam! That's how you parry. Adu mechanic, okay. Like this, okay. See? L1. Like, do that again, come on. Come on, let's parry. Oh, dodge to parry, okay. Yeah, and the tower challenge. I hate this challenge. I can't see it again, right? Yeah, just get me to Naruto. And this part of the challenge is the most annoying one. Pakai drive? Okay. This part of the challenge is the most annoying. You get hit once by Naruto and you're dead. You have to start the battle all over again. I'll nuke her HP as soon as possible. There you go, now we'll fight her.
僕には縁のない言葉だな。
体で感じ、頭で考え、心で判断しろ。戦場で頼れるのはお前自身だけだ。
No, there's no weapon. Well, weapon crafting, yes, but not weapon customization. As in, like, you can basically craft any weapons that you like. In terms of stats.
私を追い込んだと思っているのか。あくびが出るぞ。
Now let's just finish this. There are different cosmetics, yeah. And that's that. Yes, elemental. Yeah, here's my weapon. My weapon, all of the weapons that I have are elementals. But every character has their own elements. So like for example, Hanbei's darkness, Hideyoshi is light. So you cannot equip different elements for characters. They only have one specific elements.
まだ時間はある。もうすぐ君と僕の夢が叶うんだ。秀吉。そうか。無事終わったんだね。
終わってなどおらぬ。我らの道はまだこれからよ。
秀吉、以前君に語ったことを覚えているかい？左には力を、
右には友を。
ひょっとすると僕は君のただ一人の友でいたかっただけなのかもしれない。
半兵衛。
秀吉、君の左は三成君だ。強く導いてやってくれ。そして右側にはいつまでも。
Yeah, the elements are not just colors, they have effects. Like Darkness element allows you to absorb enemies' health. Dynasty Warriors Origins graphics need a bit more polish. I mean, there's not a lot of things I can say about Dynasty Warriors Origins from that 1 minute trailer. Most of the things that most of the things people say about Dynasty Warriors Origins right now are stretching, like overly analyzing it. I swear Hideyoshi in this game is literally Kiryu on steroids if he never cuts his hair. What does Sabisuke and Wabisuke? It's supposed to be lunar element, I guess. I still haven't figured out what does Rikyu's element do. Let's see. Since we were fighting Tanakatsu, so I'm gonna use the ultimate weapon instead. What do you think they will add to the combat? I don't know. Maybe Blade Storm-like mechanics, because that's what we saw in the trailer. You can basically command armies. Yeah, I'm using a special inscription here, I need, because this weapon has... I forgot to change the music again. I'm using the special inscription weapon, so basically the special inscription allows you to extend the stats, and also... So there are two special inscriptions, like here. the one colored in purple for Hanbei and colored in red for Hideyoshi is their character inscription. So they gain ability only for that character. And that small thingy, right? That enables you to extend the stats of your weapon. So the maximum stats is 1,500. But if you equip the extension inscription, it will go to 3,000. I just want Dynasty Wars Origins to return to the series roots. As long as they play like any other game in the series that's not Dynasty Wars 9, then I'll be happy. Did not the square triangle combat get a bit old? I mean, as I said, my ideal Dynasty Warriors combat would be Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi levels, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, and I've said it multiple times, when it comes to Sengoku Basara, especially 3 Utage and 4 Sumeragi, they're not square triangle.
わしは時をかけすぎた。その果てにようやく見つけた答えがこれだ。さあ、わしと結ぼう。たゆまぬ絆を。
Yeah, Asu. Let's go, buddy.
お引き取り願おう、半兵衛殿。わしは豊臣に戻るつもりはない。
だろうね。だから僕自らがこうして説得に来たんだ。
半兵衛殿、一体何を企んでいる？何かの時間稼ぎ。
時間稼ぎね。僕にそんな余裕はないさ。
Exactly, Terry.
まだ無茶をするな。
And I'm a Dynasty Wars fan myself. Some people say Dynasty Wars 2 is the most technical. It's even more technical in Sengoku Basara because there are elements of strategy that you play in Dynasty Wars 2. You just don't go, you know, in Dynasty Wars 2, you just don't go ham all the enemies. You need to think about, plan about it, which I don't agree with people saying, some people saying Dynasty Wars 2 has tactical elements, or because you just don't go charge blindly in the battlefield. Dynasty Wars 2 is just obnoxious. It's very limited. There's no element of strategy. It's really just, oh yeah, let's play cheap for this because the AI is cheap. You mentioned, I watched your video, it's more of a racing game where you mash buttons. I did watch Dynasty Warriors need better AI. Explain better AI. I feel like again, this is a controversial opinion. The Dynasty Wars community, Dynasty Wars Discord subreddit really hate me when I say this. Dynasty Warriors never had challenging AI to begin with. They're not necessarily challenging in the older games. They're more annoying. Well, there is probably a bit of challenge in the older games. Whenever people talk about challenging AI, it's always Dynasty Wars 2, 3, and 4. And I don't personally find the AI in Dynasty Warriors, especially 4, as smart or challenging. I find them more annoying. What about Sengoku Basara AI? It's dumbed down, but at least the bosses are challenging, are legit like beat 'em up bosses. At least the bosses are challenging. I mean, they can be annoying as well. I'm looking at you, Tarakatsu, in Sengoku Basara 2. Yeah, exactly. Basara's AI is a little different because they adhere to many different playstyle for the characters. Exactly. Sengoku Basara is all about style. And Capcom is admitting it. Capcom is admitting it since Basara 1, as I covered in my retrospective video. the main goal of Basara is always about making a game where it's easy to get into. And the combat is more focused on style. Okay, like, let's see how many combos or like how many unique combinations of moves that you can do in it, per character. That's what Basara 4 is about. And not to mention, Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi, just like Devil May Cry, rewards you better when you perform stylistic combos. Instead of just blindly charging the enemy, if you can do more unique combos with Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi, you'll get better rewards. So they actually rewarded you for stylistic gameplay. It's just not mashing square or triangle over and over again. The thing is, it's not just about AI, it's mechanics. Exactly. I consider the AI more or less the same for Basara and Koei Musou games. But what's different is the style and mechanics. When you have more technical combat in Black Basara, playing on a higher difficulty is more fun because you have the tools to help you. Exactly. With Dynasty Wars, the AI sucks and every character plays the same. There's no reason for them to be dumb. Well, the only reason... I mentioned this before. The reason why Dynasty Warriors AI have been dumbed down is because as the series progress, they have more enemies on screen. What will happen if we get more active pawns? If you... I've mentioned this in multiple videos before. I don't see pawns being as aggressive as Dynasty Wars 2 anymore. I'll give it again. I'll give that Dynasty Wars 2, 3, 4 pawns are somewhat challenging, are somewhat, you know, intelligent, mostly annoying. But I don't see Dynasty Wars in the future or Musou games in the future having those kind of pawns anymore. Why? Because, again, as the series progresses, technology advances, Musou games tend to have more enemies on screen. You cannot have Dynasty Wars 8 levels of AI in terms of like numbers of AI on screen. But with the aggressiveness, with the aggressiveness of Dynasty Warriors 3. Officers in Sengoku Basara, other than playable characters, they're just fodders. It's kind of hard for me to talk about technicalities in, or like, I'm not much of an expert in these things, you know. It's kind of difficult for me to talk about every single technicality from the AI, from the whatever. I mostly focus on combat. Exactly, smart AI with huge number is going to broke the game's balance. Yeah, I mean, just imagine if you're playing Dynasty Wars 8 and the level of AI difficulty is Dynasty Wars 3 tier. At the end of the day, I don't like. Maybe back in the day, I think a lot about Musou games. Oh, what should it be, or what? How should the AI be? Yada 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 yada. Right now, when it comes to Musou games, I just focus on the combat. If the combat is good, then it's good. And if it can provide somewhat of a decent challenge, then there you go. Ninja Gaiden 2 got you covered. Which I haven't played any Ninja Gaiden games. When it comes to hack and slash, I played Devil May Cry series 3, 4, 5, and also God of War, like the classic PS2 God of War, and also God of War 3 on PS3, and right now Hi-Fi Rush. I play musou games for fun. Well, actually, I play every games for fun. But if I usually, when it comes to more technical stuff, again, Basara is more technical musou game in terms of stylistic gameplay and the amount of combos you can do, amount of moveset you can do. But when it comes to like playing some games that are more technical, I usually go for fighting games. You know, Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, those kind of games that I think about technicalities. And even then, not so much. As long as I can beat my opponent. I don't know at this point, Kizuma, which one is better? I really kind of don't know already. I'm not a game developer, and when it comes to a lot of video games, especially musou games, I'm kind of accepting whatever it is what it is. Oh yeah, and speaking of a technical combat in hack and slashes, if you want to play somewhat of a tactical combat hack and slash, yeah, I'd suggest Final Fantasy VII Remake. I love Dynasty Wars 3 and 4, but then everything started. I actually like Dynasty Wars 5 more so, and more than Dynasty Wars 3 and 4. 6 was I've grown soft with Dynasty Wars 6 over the years. I get the problems of that game, but there are some things that they did right in Dynasty Wars 6, which is not a combat, by the way. The combat kind of sucked in Dynasty Wars 6. It's either a chain of normal attack or a chain of charge attacks. They made the combat even more dumbed down. 7 was... I actually like Dynasty Wars 7. I feel like a lot of people shit on musou games that came out in 2011 to 2015. I actually think those were the best times to for musou games in general. We have Dynasty Wars 7, Dynasty Wars 8, Summer Warriors 4, Warriors Orchi 3, Sengoku Basara 3, Fuyutage 4, and 4 Sumeragi. It was good. I mean, I still consider Warriors Orchi to be the best, or Orochi 3 Ultimate to be the best musou game. Second would be this. I'll read the chat later because I need to fight Tarakatsu. God damn it! I don't know. I'm basically. There's so many things I don't know or hard to explain. I'm just gonna say I played most of these games for fun, but when it comes to, but one thing is for sure, I will say, if you're going to tell me that Dynasty Warriors or Summer Warriors has better combat than Sengoku Basara, especially Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi, no. I'm gonna argue that I highly disagree with that. Sengoku Basara is in fact more complex when it comes to combat. If anything, Sengoku Basara has more variety and has more personality when it comes to uniqueness of soldiers. Soldiers actually have different types of attacks. You have more different enemy types in Sengoku Basara than you do in Dynasty or Samurai Warriors. I always look at Warriors games as a modern take of arcade beat 'em ups. Now, arcade beat 'em ups is not the most complex game out there, but I always appreciate whenever arcade beat 'em up games have more technical or like more complex combat. I give example. How many of you have played Streets of Rage 4? To me, Streets of Rage 4 is the most, or one of the most complex, or has one of the most complex combat system in a beat 'em up game. Maybe it's because it's 3D. Sorry, maybe because arcade beat 'em ups are mostly 2D and you have less enemies on screen as well. You're not hammering down hundreds and thousands of enemies on screen at the same time. Maybe that's why they're able to get smarter AI and better challenges in arcade beat 'em up games. Okay, the one exception is Devil Kings. All right, I'll read the chat a little later. Oh fuck! Yeah, this boss attack is absolutely insanely broken. Hey, at least boss 3 and 4 Tarakatsu is somewhat more fair, and I'm getting my ass kicked. I may die in this stage. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Hanbei, wake up, please. Hanbei. Are all bosses broken? Not really. Wake up. How to get good in Basara combat? Play it. Just like how you get good in Devil May Cry combat. Play it. Is Matabe gonna be here, by the way? Because I know this stage, there are two variations of this stage. One with Matabe and one with no Matabe. I want to ask one more thing. Do you think it's a controversial opinion if I say Sengoku Basara has a better production value than Koei Warriors games? Okay. Oh. Alright, so I missed a lot of chat. Okay. Ninja Gaiden series is not for everyone. I'm not really a huge fan of Black, but 2 I find it a bit more fun, if a tad frustrating. Dynasty War 6 was your first Musou game. Nice. I remember you said that one of your videos that decreasing number of enemies would be a good idea. Yeah, 2 years ago. I said that. But I don't think it's ever gonna happen, and I don't really mind it at this point. Again, I've changed a lot of opinions since 2 years ago about Musou games. I just want to have my fun Musou games. I also mentioned a couple of months ago my ideal Warriors games would be, or if I'm talking about Dynasty Warriors specifically, is you have the roster of Dynasty Warriors 9, the content of Dynasty Warriors 8, and the combat of Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi. Yeah, but I don't see that ever happen. Again, it's a fantasy scenario. You have 90 characters, and every single one of them has every single one character has the complex depth, the combat depth of Sengoku Basara for Sumeragi. Yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna happen, especially with Koei and Omega Force's track record. And not to mention, that's just so many characters to work with. Then my friend gave me 5 to play and my entire life changed. Great! Dynasty Warriors 5 is GOAT. Is there something that older Basara games are better than new ones? Basara 2 Heroes, content rich. It has a versus mode, it has a challenge mode. You can also unlock different armor pieces, which I kind of missed in Basara for Sumeragi. Basara for Sumeragi only has 2 modes. The main campaign, Sengoku mode, and also free mode, and that's it. Arcade bombs have smart beat 'em up has smart enemies. Streets of Rage 4 is more technical than most beat 'em ups, but a bit weaker in the AI than Streets of Rage 2. Because it's catered towards more stylistic gameplay. I think that's the reason. I would say, okay, yeah, we did Devil Kings. I think you should try Gundam Warriors. You may find some good qualities there. Sure. Bosses fair or broken. Our bosses fair or broken and unfair in Basara, and they're kind of. Some bosses are broken, some bosses are not. Hideyoshi tip. After his punch flurry ends with the uppercut, Hideyoshi gets his anti-air throw for free. It's super OP. Oh, really? As in, like, when you, after his punch flurry ends with his uppercut, as in, like, are you talking about normal attacks chained with, chain it with L1 square with a multiple punch? Some bosses put up better fight than others. Tadakatsu can be juggled, so he will be more difficult. Yeah, exactly. He can't be juggled. No, if it's true, lol. Is there things in Basara 2 Heroes better than newer titles? I just mentioned that, right? DW and SW quality seems to be lacking something in their DW and SW always seem to be lacking something in their quality. I always said it. Combat depth. Yeah, I can agree with that. Basara feels more overall sophisticated in its design, but Warriors has a lot more features which Basara doesn't have, which gives the edge. Unless you count Basara 2 Heroes, by the way, Terry. Basara 2 Heroes has a lot, so it has more style and more substance. I mean, my dream Musou Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires with 8 Empires customization option with Basara 4 gameplay and visual presentation. That would be amazing. Empires mainly for me. I love the sandbox approach, but also stuff like Chronicle mode in Summer Wars 4, Ambition mode, Destiny mode, and etc. And I feel like that's where Dynasty Wars Origins is going. It may be a giant Destiny mode game. A friend of mine introduced Dynasty Warriors and Sengoku Basara to his friend, and he asked someone who is not familiar with the Musou series to play both games, Dynasty and Sengoku Basara, and he asked his opinion, saying, "Oh, which one do you prefer?" And he immediately said Sengoku Basara. So he actually, I think he showed Dynasty Warriors 8 and Sengoku Basara 4 Sumeragi, and he asked, which one do you prefer? I mean, both of these games are meant for fun, but if you ask, he said, if you ask me which one is the better game, it's Sengoku Basara 4 Sumeragi, because this game has a lot more style. The combat is more complex. You can perform multiple of moves instead of just square, 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 or square, square ends with a triangle. Yeah, and then he also, my friend told his friend, said that, yeah, Sengoku Basara has more style. It has better depth in combat because it was made by Capcom and the developers of Devil May Cry. And he also said that, yeah, the Dynasty Wars community hates Sengoku Basara. And his reaction is, why? Which is a good reaction. Right, one last stage.
あとは家康君待たせたかい
You'll find out, Kizuma, when I eventually go to the retrospective of Basara to Heroes. Yeah, we're fighting Mitsunari as our final stage.
覚悟してもらおうか三成君僕はもう秀吉には従えない
バカな半歩様が離反ありえないこれは悪夢だ目覚めぬ誤水だ
It's not Destiny mode, just free mode. No, you should play Dynasty Wars 5. If you know, it's basically Musou or shoot 'em ups are similar. Not really. I wish they were so that I could actually finish a shoot 'em up. But yeah, shoot 'em ups are difficult, especially if you're talking about Toho. Yeah, Basara 2 has some more features, which is cool and all, but for me, the Empire's formula is where it's at. I just love sandboxes. I can invest so much time in them. Yeah, I like Empires. Dynasty Wars 8 Empires is my favorite. 8 and 5.
思い立った策がこれとはなおおよそ狙いは察するがうがった覚悟をしたものよ
大谷君君なら察してくれていると信じるよ
At the end of the day, I just like Musou games in general. They're fun games. They're a stress relief game, you could say. I'd probably go as far, let's say Dynasty Wars 8 is my favorite Musou game. Nice. It's a goated game. I understand people's complaint about Dynasty Wars 8, but I really love Dynasty Wars 8 mainly because of the crazy amount of player choices that you have in the game. Can you push this thing a little faster? I'm a simple guy with simple pleasure. I mean, you and me both, Terry. You and me both. Oh, by the way, since you're here, Terry, because you and I are both in Chris Gildart's server, I just noticed that guy I had an argument with a couple of months ago. I think his name is Swordmaster. I remember just his name is Swordmaster. He's no longer in the server. Like that guy got mad at me because I questioned his statements. If you remember that.
かけなきゃ離れていっちまうさあ一発勝負だシーマサコン入ります
Sort of haven't actually when there was this big argument happened with me and the guy. Yeah, with me and the guy. Well, and again, I was not trying to argue with him. I was questioning his statements. So he said things like Samurai Warriors 5 is the best-selling Musou game. I was like, where did you get that? I asked him, where did you go? Or Capcom was being dicks about Sengoku Basara, that's why it failed in the West. And I asked him, where did you get that information? I asked him for sources, and then he got mad at me. And you know, Sword of Heaven actually DM'd me about what happened in Chris Gildart's server. I told him he made some really weird statements, so I questioned it, and he got mad at me. And he told me, yeah, that guy is kind of annoying. He did that to me as well. So he was trying to argue with Sword of Heaven about historical accuracy in Dynasty Wars games, which Sword of Heaven doesn't agree at all. And he also mentioned in the Chris Gildart server that he got into a heated argument in another server, which he is quite infamous to get into heated arguments in different communities. I kind of know the guy. And he's no longer the server, and honestly, thank God.
実際そんなのどうでもいいっしょ。俺は俺、三成様。
Again, it's not starting drama or nothing. It's just a guy making silly statements. I ask him a question. Where did you get that information? Oh, it's public knowledge. You should know. No, how do I should know? Like, how am I supposed to know every single thing? I mean, you're the one making the statement. I'm just asking, where'd you get that? You get it out of your ass? Like, he mentioned, oh yeah, Summer, like I said, Summer Wars 5 is the best-selling Musou game. I asked, where's the source? And then he gave me the source, which it didn't say it's the best-selling Musou game ever made. Or he mentioned Capcom being dicks about Sengoku Basara, and then he posted an article which has nothing says about that nothing in that article says about Capcom being dicks. He didn't even read the source. He didn't even read the article that he's trying to show me to justify his statements. Yeah, I just want to get it out there. Sorry about that. A lot of you guys probably asking, what is Profar talking about here right now? No, it's just one, again, this is one guy from Chris Gildart server who told me that Capcom were being dicks. So that's why Sengoku Basara didn't do well in the West. And I asked him, where did you get that info? That could be pretty infamous. I mean, I'm kind of the same thing. Again, my opinions are not the most popular ones. Well, I don't try to, like, maybe back then I kind of like to start arguments, I'm not gonna lie. But not so much right now, I'm just kind of tired. I do, like, I do admit, 3 years ago when Summer Wars 5 came out, I constantly shoved my opinion down everyone's throat with how terrible is Summer Wars 5, or Summer Wars 5 was. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. We all said things, hold on. We all have said things that we kind of regret. Or we all have done things that we're kind of ashamed of back in the day, but you move on, be a better person. It is what it is. I mean, even when it comes to Musou games, my opinion about it's pretty normal for people to have a change in opinion. Like, I made a video 2 years ago about 10 ways that Koei can fix their Dynasty Wars games, or can improve their Dynasty Wars game, and some of those opinions have changed. Indeed, yeah. Like, in terms of content as well, I kind of want to say this. In terms of content as well, I've moved my. I mean, I still criticize certain things. Like, whenever I play Sengoku Basara, I criticize the Musou games. I'm not gonna deny that, but overall, when it comes to discussion videos, I've moved from telling games how to improve, so criticizing games and how they improve themselves. Like, when it comes to content, I've kind of shifted gears from criticizing games and telling them how to improve it from a perspective of a gamer and somewhat an entitled one, to I want to focus more on, I'd say, informative content, whether it's retrospective or discussing other games that I'm passionate with. Like I said, I made videos about X-Men Mutant Academy 2. I make a video about Panzer Bandit, a beat 'em up game that not a lot of people talk about, or not a lot of people know, a Japanese exclusive. My second best performing video on this channel is Inuyasha: A Feudal Fairy Tale, which I'm still surprised, by the way. Yeah, I want to focus more on I'd say positive content, or I'd say informative content more than bitching or telling companies what they should do, because being overly negative is tiring. Being overly preachy and negative is not only gets annoying, it's tiring as well. Fate Extella Links and Hyrule Warriors. I haven't played Fate, and also hello Mismac. Yeah, I'm playing Hanbei, the better version of Hanbei, not the kid version that we got in Summer Warriors. I haven't played the Fate Extella Link game, but I played a bit of Hyrule Warriors.
おお、来たか。
Yoshitsugu.
主も見やれ。
We're about to finish up, by the way.
咲くすみれ色の星を。
Yeah, let's get it on.
三成君には告げないでいてくれたようだね。それについては感謝するよ、大谷君。
やれ、荒領事にも。
For Musou content, again, I'm just gonna focus on Basara right now. And not other Dynasty or Summer Wars games.
三成君の欠点はやはり精神力の脆さだ。
And like I said, one of the reasons why I want to do Sengoku Basara is because I sound like a broken record, but it's because not a lot of people do it. Especially people in the Musou community. I rarely, again, for Indonesian content creators, I've seen a lot of Basara videos. But for an English, well, I'm an Indonesian, but for English-speaking channels, I rarely see people covering Sengoku Basara in depth, which is a big opportunity for me because I can do it. Chris Gildart has covered Dynasty, like most of the Koei Warriors games, but he doesn't cover Basara a lot. He only covers Basara as a Musou clone. Mystic Heroes? I think Chris Gildart already made a video on that. But yeah, I played a bit of Mystic Heroes. The game used the DW3 engine. Yep. And I think it's the only Musou. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the only Musou game with 4 players. So I'll say it again. Once I'm done with Sengoku Basara 4 Sumeragi live streams, as in like I finish all 40 characters, which is still far away. I'm not even halfway there. And I'm done covering Basara 2 Heroes. I'm gonna take a break from Basara. Because I don't want this channel to be known just for Basara content. Yeah, so discussion videos going forward. I'm gonna cover Ikusagami. I don't even know what that game is. My apologies, Terry. I don't even know what Ikusagami is. So I plan to have 3 or 4 more. Some people suggest, oh, please make a video about discussing Sengoku Basara characters a lot deeper. I mean, that could work, but the thing with those kind of videos is that making discussion videos like retrospective and the way I make it, okay, it takes a while, and it's also the fact that I'm quite busy at work, so I only have so much time to make videos, or it takes a lot of time and energy to make these kind of videos. So I'm considering it. Maybe I'll do it in the future, but it's not on my bucket list on what I want to do when it comes to Basara content. So I'm going to spill it here for Basara discussion videos. So the next Basara discussion video is going to be Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes retrospective. And after I'm done with Basara 2 Heroes retrospective, I do plan 3 or 4 more videos on Basara 2 Heroes. So it's discussing the gameplay, like the gameplay explained video, like I did in Basara 1. So Basara 2 Heroes gameplay explained, and top 10s. So it's top 10 character themes, top 10 battle themes, and maybe top 10 favorite characters in Basara 2 Heroes. again, that's the plan. Around 3 or 4 more videos for Sengoku Basara 2 Heroes. Then once I'm done with all the videos that I want to do for Basara 2 Heroes, I'm gonna play another game. I'm going to cover other games. So I'm going to cover other games that I'm passionate with. Then eventually I'm going to cover Basara 3 in its entirety. That's going to be the pattern in this channel. I cover Basara games in its entirety. Everything I need to cover, I'll cover them. Then once I'm done with a Basara game, I'll move to another game that I'm passionate with. That is not Basara or Musou games. Then come back to Basara again with Basara 3 and Fuyutage. Then cover other games. And then Basara 4 for Sumeragi and Sanada Yukimura. Then there you go. All the Basara games I've covered. At least the main ones. I don't really plan to cover the portable games or Sengoku Basara X. Oh, Demon Chaos. Okay, yeah, I haven't played that game. I have that game on emulator, but I haven't tried that game for myself. Considering my channel size is small as well, that's what I want to do. Like, as I grow this channel, I want to be a multi-gaming channel instead of just Basara. So I can grow community a lot more healthier. I know some channels like Chris Gildart, who's a bigger channel than mine, grew their channel from Musou games. But then Chris Gildart made a video about his schedule where he said it's hard for him to make content in other games. As in, like, in terms of viewership, it was difficult because most people, it came for his channel for Musou content, and that's what people are notified for. Whenever Chris Gildart is covering a Musou game. I'm fortunate enough, like, I'm not even at 2,000 yet, but I'm fortunate enough that I'm lucky that my other videos are recommended as well. Like when I cover Tenchu, beat 'em up games, Inuyasha. I want that way. Okay, I want to be a multi-gaming content creator because there are just so many games that I would love to cover in this channel, other than Musou games or Basara games. I've been thinking. I do cover beat 'em up games in this channel, right? I cover Streets of Rage. I cover Panzer Bandit. I cover TMNT, Shredder's Revenge. I mostly covered beat 'em. Like, my first video on this channel is Streets of Rage 4. So I started the channel with Streets of Rage. I cover fighting games as well, underrated fighting game. I made a series called Underrated Fighting Game Showcase. The last Underrated Fighting Game Showcase episode was about X-Men Mutant Academy 2. Now, I already have an idea on my next Underrated Fighting Game Showcase. It's either going to be Kamen Rider Kabuto or Gundam Wing Endless Duel on the SNES or Super Famicom. I actually wanted to play that Sailor Moon beat 'em up games on Genesis and SNES or Super Famicom because it's a Japanese exclusive. Fighting games, like, I'll talk after I'm done with the stage. I want to finish the stage as soon as possible so I can just talk. Yeah, I know, Mizunari. Let's get over with. I covered Tenchu game as well. One of the best performing video in this channel is Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, which I really enjoy making. See? Quick.
Hanbei-sama. 私、秀吉様のご親友をお手で。
だ。どの道起こり少ないこの時間、秀吉の左腕たる君に新たな押し導けたなら、秀吉のことは任せたよ。君ならば 秀吉を支えられる。それに君を支える左右の系譜もいる。きっと何もかもうまくいく。
それは一体どういう。半兵衛様、半兵衛様。
行くぞ三成、我が左腕よ。
はっ。半兵衛様、この私が。
Hello, Brandon. Yeah, you missed emulation hiccups. Mitsunari and Hanbei just had a firmware update error.
舞台は整った。
Okay, so let me wrap this up and talk to you guys. August is going to be the September. Yeah, September is going to be the 4th anniversary of this channel. I'm thinking of certain topics that I could do for an anniversary video. Like, for 3 years in a row, my anniversary videos are just top 10s. Okay, so the playback, that shit was creepy. Yeah. Like, what the hell just happened there? Okay, so I was thinking about this. Some videos I plan to do after I cover Basara 2 Heroes in its entirety. There are games that I want to cover. So the first one is, I had some talks with friends on what kind of topics I can cover. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC. I could do a video talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake as a guy who never plays Final Fantasy before. Who never played Final Fantasy before, as like a first time experience playing a Final Fantasy game in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Granted, I played Kingdom Hearts back in the day, but I've never, or like actively immersed myself in a Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy VII Remake was the first time I was invested, or like actively invest myself in a Final Fantasy game. I can do that. Other games that I want to cover is One Piece Grand Battle series. Have you ever played One Piece Grand Battle series? One Piece Grand Battle 1, Grand Battle 2. One Piece Grand Battle 2 is one of my favorite anime games ever. I played the living shit out of One Piece Grand Battle 2 on the PS1. An amazing game. I could talk about racing games like Crash Team Racing, Mario Kart games, and some unknown racing games like Woody Woodpecker Racing or Bomberman Fantasy Race. I've been thinking as well, once I'm done with Sengoku Basara, I want to play other games outside of Musou or Hack and Slash. I've been thinking to play a Bomberman Hero game. You know Bomberman Hero on the N64? I could play Bomberman Hero. I love that game. Or I could play games that I'm not familiar with. I want to play turn-based RPG games. Like, I actually streamed Inuyasha Secret of the Curse Mask during Ramadan, but the save file got corrupted, so I completely removed the stream. I might revisit that on stream. WWE games! Yeah, I would love to experience WWE games, you know? I would love to experience an anime game like WWE on my video game character. Yeah, I love character creation too, Terry. WWE games, in my opinion, has the best character creation in any game. WWE 2K23, yeah, I'm planning to get WWE 2K24. WWF No Mercy, yeah, that's a good game. When it comes to wrestling game, my favorite is still SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Sorry, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. And also SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. That's a goated game and highly underrated. I love SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I could play a WWE game, you know? I said WWE is an anime game. I mean, it is, right? Wrestling is just anime for rednecks. As I talk about it last stream, I came back from the cinema to watch Haikyuu, the dumpster battle, and then after that I come back home and stream Hideyoshi in Basara 4, and then I talk about what's your favorite sports anime. And back in the day, we have Captain Tsubasa, we have Slam Dunk. A lot of people's favorite sports anime is Haikyuu, Kuroko Basket, and I told people my favorite sports anime. I wasn't big into sports anime or sports in general, but my favorite sports anime growing up as a kid was Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, that's my sports anime. An anime game like WWE, there's Ultimate Muscle. Yeah, I know Ultimate Muscle. No, I'm just going with the gag that WWE is just anime for rednecks. So yeah, that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know when I'm going to stream Basara 4 next. It's going to be Motochika and Motonari, but I need to grind Motochika and Motonari first so that I can complete both of their characters in 999 by the end of their streams. So I need to grind their characters first, and not to mention I'm flying out of town tomorrow. So I'm flying out of town tomorrow, coming back on Friday, and maybe I'll start doing the Sengoku Basara marathon anime starting this Saturday for season 2. We'll see. A lot of things I want to do, honestly. Subscribe to my second channel as well, by the way. I'm uploading Tekken 8 gameplay on my second channel. So if you like some Tekken 8 content, go to my second channel, Profar playthroughs. You can find the second channel in the dashboard of my first channel, this channel. So I'm gonna stop right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to talk to me a lot more, Discord server is open. Link to the Discord server is in the description below. I'm usually active on Discord, so if you want to hang out, have a discussion, we have active discussions there, both in voice chat and text. Go to the Discord server. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Give this stream a thumbs up. It's an enjoyable stream. I always like talking to you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and take care, everyone. Have a good day. Have a good night. I'll see you next.